sakes, what's taking him so long? I swear, if he stopped by getting some chimichangas, I swear. Let's get on with it.
Another mission, the powers and call me away. Another time to carry the colors again. My motivation and no past one to defend. To win the honor of coming back home again. No explanation will matter after we begin. I'm not the dark destroyer that's buried within. My true vocation and not my unfortunate friend. You will discover all while you're unable to win. I'll have you know that I've become.
What is up, guys? It's me, KC. I review kids' movies, kids' shows. And keeping on this sequel month, I'm getting on with Leroy and Stitch.
Leroy and Stitch is apparently a 2006 made-for-TV movie. It's supposed to be the final installment of the Leroy and Stitch franchise. And well, it certainly shows, because well, apparently they're kind of running out of ideas with this character at the time. But, regardless, here it is. It's the final film of the franchise. And it sees Leroy and Stitch gathering, was able to succeed in their mission in gathering Stitch's cousin and find their true home. Their one true place in the world. And of course, as the gang almost split apart, but soon came back together at the end. Spoiler alert. But all is not well, as the villainous Dr. Jock von Hamsterville is having a new sinister plan involving an evil, twisted version of Stitch. Only this one is red to match his cape. And well, apparently these two are pretty much even grounds. And she got some nice continuity callbacks to both movies and the TV pilot and the show itself.
This is one of those Disney sequels that are at least the least bad. I mean, at least some effort was put into it. I mean, hey, the show was going to go out, they might as well go out on a somewhat of a bang. And well, how Stitch learns that he already had his one true place in the world, and he got his chance of being a captain in a spaceship to be with Lilo. And well, that was pretty good of him. Along with Jabba Dukipa and Pleakley. I mean, they decided to stay at Earth too, considering that Jabba realized that it was pretty lonely back at his evil genius lab, and Pleakley found out that his dream wasn't much of his dream as he thought it was. I mean, who goes around with a non-teaching job? What kind of job is that? I'm kind of glad they gave it up. Just to be with Lilo and his sister, and just be around their friends all over planet Earth. And well, it's a nice little way to end the show. Heck, even Ganitu got the reformation here of this movie, along with 625, who is now called Reuben. And now he got his job back as a space captain, along with Reuben as galley officer. And as they go in full circle, everyone's happy to have a happy life after, except for Hamsterville. He went back in prison. Well, yeah, that's all sent off to such a great franchise. And now with that out of the way, what I'm gonna review next? Brother Bear 2. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting bears.
Yes, folks. They made a sequel to Brother Bear. A sequel that no one asked for. I'm noticing a pattern in some of these sequels. It's just make a sequel that no one in the right mind would ask for. But we got it anyway. Because sometimes Disney can be a bunch of greedy little jerks. But, hey, is it a good sequel? No. It pretty much follows every dumb romance comedy movie you've probably seen in any other one. And like, a girl and the guy. That's right, the big brother actually got himself a love interest in this film. Oh, and good news for him, said human girl turns into a bear at the end of the film. Spoilers, by the way. And of course the little brother gets a little jealous. But grew to love her over time. Yes. You remember in the last film it was about a family and brotherhood? Well, this film is about now romance. Because, well, obviously Disney hasn't done enough of that yet. And it's just plain.
Dumb. Yes, folks, it's just plain dumb. Apparently, she's trying to get married to this other guy, but in order to do so, she must get a big blue bear to get rid of the necklace that they forged when they were kids, when he was a human. You would get what I mean. And if you haven't seen the first Brother film, you probably should, and probably should only see the first film in general. Just don't see this one. It's just, and well, yes, it follows every single cliche in the book. A romance comedy, her marrying someone that she doesn't love, but apparently she ends up marrying the bear, when she can transform into a bear. Clearly. Okay, I'm not gonna act like the first film was a masterpiece by any means, but it's better than this. It's much like Mulan 2. I mean, it made people appreciate the first film. Why did I say that? Mulan 2. Can't be sure. But, bottom line, if this film's lousy, don't see it. See the first one. Okay, what's next? I mean, it could be worse than that. Fox in the Hound 2! Oh.
Why? Just why? Why would you ever want to make a midquel of The Fox and the Hound? And better question, why will you make it into a country western musical? I can only like country! Well, I do, but not that much. But, not only that, Reba McEntire, the woman who voiced the female dog in the film, named Dixie, is the queen of country western musical. I mean, I never heard Reba's music, but I'm told she's a very talented country western musical singer. And well, this is clearly not one of her A game. I mean, come on, Reba. I heard you're very talented. And I haven't heard any of your music, but you are very talented, and you're wasting it on this? I guess she really must needed a paycheck. And well, the film is about, of course, letting fame go to your head by joining a band. That's right, Copper is thinking about joining a band of singing, howling dogs. And well, he let the fame go to his head. That's right, it's one of those films. Oh, crummy sticks, this cheetah girl all over again.
And that pretty much sums up Disney. And sometimes the company can let the fame and the money go to their heads. Yes, it's that kind of thing. I mean, did someone at Disney said that, hey, you want to work a mid-quel to The Fox and the Hound, only this time we'll make it into a country western musical. I don't know, sir. That seems like a very bad idea. Oh, come on. Who's the CEO here? You are. Exactly. Now then. And get the people all on it right away. The kids will love it. I don't think the people who grew up with the Fox and the Hound would. Now who cares about them? They're not kids anymore. We're in it for the money, baby. That's pretty much an understatement. I mean, sometimes I would like to go to one of the CEOs in Disney and say to them this.
Are you an idiot? Let me rephrase that. You're an idiot.
Let's just go to the next one before I get even more angry. Let's cross one fucking round two. Next is Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time.
Yes, apparently there's a third installment of the Cinderella films. Apparently this one is actually pretty good. I'm not even joking, it's a pretty decent sequel. I mean, it's a lot better than the last one, I can tell you that. And well, the story of this film is, well, the stepsisters and the stepmother, Lady Tremaine, got a hold of Cinderella's fairy godmother's wand. Wow. And they, not only that, but they reverse time to make the slipper of fist Anastasia so they can live and laugh and lovely, thus ruining Cinderella's life. Wow. Now, first of all, I thought there was going to be an insult to the first Cinderella film, but surprisingly, it wasn't. It was pretty decent. I mean, even still prefer the first one, and I agree with you. And well, personally, I also prefer the first one. And as good as the film was, it's not as good as the first one, but yeah, this is a pretty decent flick. And even if it was made for DVD, I mean, it's a lot of crazy stuff happens. I mean, Lady Tremaine was willing to go to any lengths to make sure her daughters and herself gets a lap of luxury. And just leave Cinderella with nothing. Oh boy. This is this crazy stuff right here.
And of course, Anastasia got a proper reformation, unlike in the first film. But yeah, everything turned out pretty well. Cinderella's now letting Anastasia live in a castle, while Lady Tremaine and her other evil stepdaughter have a pretty good ending when they were defeated. And well, first they got turned into frogs. I don't mean Kermit the Frog. But they also got turned into handmaidens. Oh, sweet, sweet karma. Ooh. Well, and as for the mices, they had a pretty big role. I mean, they were even in more danger here than they were in the last two films. I mean, boy. And even Lucifer got turned into a human. A chariot human, taking Cinderella away to presumably her death or who knows what. And well, it brings a satisfying end to the Cinderella films. And well, let's all be thankful it's the last Cinderella film. I'm not counting the live action remake. I think we're done for today. Tune in tomorrow as I review more Disney sequels.
Farewell, friends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt.